if I'm going to create a template to build this building out of slabs, I'm going to take this 1-point perspective drawing, and remember that when you're drawing with 1-point perspective, you've got that point on the horizon line that all of your lines are going to connect to. So you can see where this one comes up and this one comes up and those come up, okay? So I have this drawing, and I'm going to start thinking about this in terms of larger geometric shapes. So when I look at my picture, I have this front, right? So it's going to be underneath this porch, and then here across the back edge of the porch. Like the porch I'll add on later. So right now, I'm just looking at this shape as the front of the building, the main wall. So I've got this shape going here, all right? So this whole piece right here is the front and the back, because in this case, the building is symmetrical, so the back is going to be the same. So I'm going to mark on here that I need to cut 2. So when I put that on my clay, I know I need one for the front and one for the back, all right? Then this part here where I start to build this roof on here. So here's a roof piece, all right? So this is the roof for the porch right here. So that's not going to be on the back. The back is going to stay straight. So I'm going to tell myself to make a note that I only need to cut one of those because it's the porch roof. Okay. Now, this upper roof part, okay, is this shape here. But I'm going to break that down into 2 pieces. And I'm going to do that because when I look at this, it comes up and then it comes over. So I'm going to actually construct this almost like if I were constructing a house, all right, so that it has 2 sections. So here again, I'm going to go back to cutting 2 because the front and the back of these are going to be the same. Now, this one I only cut 1, but on the back side, even though it doesn't have a porch, it still has this part of the building. So for the back part, I'm going to say, go ahead and change this to be cut 2, right? But on the back, all right, it's not going to have those pieces. It's going to be the flat part of the roof. So if you're looking at this, I'm just building that. So this would be only on one piece. All right, so I'm making myself a note. So basically, I'm creating all the pieces of this house so that I can lay them out and cut them later. So that leaves us with, how do I do the sides? Well, you can imagine this house laying out flat. All right, I'm going to put this along here, and I'm going to mark it. Okay, so that I know how big that piece for the side is supposed to be. So if I took the side of this house and I unfolded it and laid it flat, so it's like this, but if I take it out and lay it flat, that's what I need this to be. All right, so you may need to use a ruler, or if you feel like you can freehand it, that would be fine. Okay, so I'm going to make my side, and here again I need to cut 2 because I need one on this side and one on this side. So there's the 2 for that. So then I would think about how this works. Well, this part here would actually go flat to here, right? And then it would come up to this peak. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it all the way up here because I can trim it when I connect it later. And it needs to be the same width as this. Oops, I have paper underneath there, messed up my line. Same width as this one, okay? So I know that I need 2 of those, one on each side, okay? Now, when I look at this picture, I also see some details like chimneys. Right? The chimneys are taller than the building, so I might want to create a template for the chimney pieces. And then a lot of these details we can just add on later, like the windows and the doors. So that part can be added when you're actually working with the clay versus when you're creating your template. So now I have all the pieces. If I wanted to create a piece for my chimney, I would mark that it goes here and that it goes taller than my building. All right, so this would be 2. I need 1 for each side of the chimney, right? This part and the one on the back side that we can't see. And then I need the piece that's going to be the face of it. So that's over here on this side edge. So the side part of that chimney. It needs to be the same length. So I will mark that. But I only need 1 of those. All right. So these are my chimney pieces. These are my side walls. Here's my front and back. From here, I'm going to grab some scissors and start cutting out my paper template, because this I will just lay on the clay and use it to cut it out later.